Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me tonight. We are going to be playing some more Tavern Talk. Sorry I had to cancel last minute on Thursday, but my bubby would not settle down. Yes, here I am. Had to get some things taken care of before I came back here and sat down to play this. But everything is good, and we are going to jump in if my headphones will stop falling off my head. If they will hold still for me, so I can listen to the audio. There we go. All right. I can't see through my speakers, but I keep having to move them. Let me just move them completely out of the way. Oh, no, I can't. They're wired, right? That's why I didn't move it. Okay. We'll go ahead and switch over. All right, here we are. Oh, another new wanted person up here, too. Those must change regularly. Interesting. Okay, let's see here. There we go. All right, we are back. I gotta make sure I have my drink here. All right, I don't remember exactly what we were talking about last time. Because I had to leave so quickly because of Bubby. I know I messed up a drink. All right.
That's not true. Not yet. I'm working on it. Being a hero, I mean.
Why?
Because I dream of adventuring and all the wonderfully exciting things it can bring. And I want to help people.
Why?
Why not?
I'm Malachite.
Oh, you're Malachite, obviously. Melly just talked about a Mal. She said they, or I guess you, are very cool and her new friend. She sounded very happy about it.
We're not friends. She just won't leave me alone.
Oh, okay. Then why do you spend time with her if you don't like her? That sounds really mean.
She keeps following me.
And you take her along?
Not by choice.
I don't know you well enough to judge the truth behind all this. But I think you should be honest with her and with yourself. Honesty goes a long way. I also believe that thing in Zoford could be fixed with honesty as well.
You mean the missing familiar?
I heard several familiars are missing, actually. And I believe with so many mages and familiars present, someone is bound to know something. But maybe they're just scared to face possible consequences for their honesty.
Oh, I was not aware. Oh, we have another matching one. Cool. There are a lot of people in Zoford. Someone is bound to know something about the missing familiars. What are they hiding? Interesting. So there's more than one missing, huh? Sounds like Zoford is going through an eventful time. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep an eye or two out for future developments. Zoford isn't very far from here, is it? Not too far. It's in eastern Fasoa and is, to my knowledge, the biggest harbor town the Republic has to offer. I can only recommend its many summer festivals. Very pretty fireworks. Why? Does it sound like something up your alley? No, not mine, but Melina is seeking her first quest. Maybe this could be something for her. She needs to practice her skills outside of risk-free theory. Good idea. I'll see if I can reserve it for her.
Sorry for asking, but first quest? I thought Millie just turned 10. Isn't that a bit young for quests?
No. I was a similar age when I ventured on my first quest. The one with the horrifying nightmare creatures? Yes.
Oh, that's sad.
No, that's cool. No, not cool.
No, I think that's a little sad. Children shouldn't have to face such danger that early.
Why not? It's always there. Might as well confront them with it when they're young so they can accept its existence in their lives.
That's an insane thing to say. Just because the world can be horrible doesn't mean we should confront children with that fact as early as we can. It's already bad enough that us grown-ups have to deal with it so much. Why should they just accept it if we can make the world a better place for them instead? I mean, when you were on a quest with, and I quote, horrifying nightmare creatures, weren't you scared? Wouldn't you have preferred not to be alone?
It builds character.
A character that thinks we should put other kids in miserable situations sure did a lot of good for you there. Weren't your parents worried to death about you?
You got enough rumors to make a quest yet, Innkeeper? Not yet. Give me another day. People are so busy talking about or ignoring all that star debris, they're losing sight of the important things. Like feeding me new information. I need quests! Is that very nutritious for you? No, but it's fun. In that case, the fun I can provide in a day is running out. Unfortunately, the horrors of this world do not stop chasing me nor anyone else. I shall take my leave. Good luck.
See you around, with less horrors, I hope. Now I'm worried.
About Malachite or Melly?
Both. Are you really going to send her on that quest?
If she wants to go, but I don't think you have to worry about it that much. Zoford is a beautiful city with a very low crime rate. I think she can handle a couple of rowdy familiars. And I doubt she'd be going alone.
I hope not. There's little worse than being alone when you're scared.
Very true.
Are you scared of anything?
Bad Yelp reviews.
I don't think you have to be scared of that. You make the best drinks in all of Asteria.
I think as long as you like my drinks, I'll be okay.
You've got my 5 stars in the bag.
I would ask what you're afraid of, but...
The answer would be everything.
Is it?
Yes, but I'm working on not letting my fear stop me. I might not be able to avoid feeling afraid, but I can always just do things when scared. Rather not than not at all, maybe. That is still a terrifying thought. How do you handle situations you're afraid of?
I used to have a terrible habit of just walking away from the things that scared me, but with the right people by your side, staying becomes less of a crushing weight on your shoulders. You realize that even if things aren't perfectly comfortable, they're still worth experiencing.
That sounds lovely. I've never seen friends of yours around the tavern before. Maybe you should invite them over sometime.
Perhaps. One of my friends is sitting here right now.
Where? Wait, are they invisible? Oh, you mean me. That makes me really happy. Also makes me feel pretty bad about having to go back home.
Don't worry. Go home. Fix the many things that worry you. As long as you come back.
Always. I'll see you tomorrow, innkeeper.
See you tomorrow, my friend. Fable, I will protect you with my life. Okay. Hopefully we'll be able to find a bunch of new rumors to complete the ones that we have. We've got 2 that already have 2 matching bits. Oh, it's raining. Part 8, New Horizons, 4th of the Astral Moon. Let's see who comes in. Oh, a new person. Nice. Good mythical morning. It's well past noon. It's still morning somewhere. Plus, a wizard doesn't care about things like time. Time's not only relative, but also flexible. Like a gummy worm. One time, I've actually tried breaking through the space-time continuum using a loophole through the primordial vortex. And did it work? No. But almost. I would have needed a drip of primordial sea to enhance the curvature, and that should have done it. But... no access to the primordial sea. Bummer. I heard that's not very easy to get. Theopractically it is. Practically? Practically in theory, duh. Ah, that makes sense. You do? Of course I do. Interesting and suspicious. Are you mayhaps also a person of magic? Well, I do make magical drinks. Enchanted mixology, that indeed is a niche. Say, innkeeper, did something you make ever explode? Probably. Occasionally. Heck yeah, welcome to the club. I think I blow something up at least once or twice a week. I'm Hex, by the way. Nice to meet you, Hex. Nice to meet you, too. Just innkeeper for now. Alright. Well then, innkeeper, how about a super wheezy, breezy drink for me? Any flavors you might fancy? Maybe something, something that'll make me focus more and perhaps help me to better understand the primordial vortex? Gotcha. Okay. Focus more, so I'm assuming a brain juice. Alright, we've got Sparkling Nebula. Okay, so we need 2 portions charisma. And then 3 portions intelligence. Whoops, come here. There we go. Alright. Ta-da! Ready for our new friend Hex. This should boost your focus like nothing else. Amazing! I can already feel the ideas cooking up. I think I figured out a way to get that primordial seawater too. Never mind, the explanation would be too complex to grasp, so... What complex reason brings you to my tavern, Hex? Getting away from the other smartest person in Asteria. And who would that be? Does it matter? You tell me. My sister? She's studying and driving me crazy with all her theories. They're so reasonable, you know? No chaos, but there has to be a bit of chaos in everything, doesn't there? I wonder how she gets through life with so much structure. Whoa, hello! Structure is the key to everything, young lad. Without structure, there is no chaos, and thus there'd be no entropy. I've found entropy to be quite essential in this world. And you are... Oh, how rude of me. Top of the morning to you, lad, and to you, innkeeper, is it? Correct. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. I suppose you may call me Scully. My actual living name would be too ancient to be spoken out loud. The tongue no longer exists. I'm an archivist. At least I used to be. Now I'm dead. Somewhat. Not completely, obviously. Under mysterious circumstances, I happen to be still conscious. So you're undead? Precisely. How? Well, I passed on, and then one day I rose from my grave. It was like a long sleep, completely knackered for thousands of years. At least I believe it's been thousands of years. What year is it? 1755. That's brutally long! So, how did you come back to life? I'm not too sure myself. I woke up and walked on like nothing had happened. Thought to myself, might as well explore the world anew. Those who'd risen with me didn't seem to be inhabited by an independent consciousness, and alas, didn't care. Those who'd risen with you? There are more like you out there?
Of course, undead rarely rise alone. They mostly serve a master.
Right. Oh, this is another part to the, we have another quest for living dead things. Alright. Hex, Hexagon Hex, half-elf, 48, he, him, wizard, from Zenith, chaotic neutral, Arcana the Tower. Okay, that's fitting. And Scully, skeleton, he, him pronouns, archivist, from Everbloom Archives, chaotic neutral, Arcana the Magician. Yes, a skeleton. No, we don't need to fertilize our crops with him just yet. We don't know if he's a good or bad skeleton. Scully is a Maida and the personification of a gentleman, and he's, well, dead. Or at least he was dead for quite some time before he rose again, but contrary to his fellow undead, he returned conscious. Alright, and I think we got a part to our... or maybe we didn't. Okay.
However, I decided not to bother with that and go my own way. Going south, I passed through Zoford and found a small little tavern. A bit like this one, more nautical in style. They had a lot of fish. I've never been a fan of seafood, though I got to listen to a lot of the town's gossip.
Care to fill me in on that Zoford gossip?
Well, apparently a well-known noble married a commoner and decided to run off with her, leaving the family without an heir.
Oh, the humanity!
But there's more! Fishermen fear that Zoford has been cursed by a sea witch. They say the docks are being haunted by lonely animals that stare blankly at the waves and the moon all night. And during the day they disappear like ghosts.
Bit of a weird curse.
Fitting for any sea witch or wild sailor's tale.
Okay, sea witch's tale. Ooh, that's part of it! Zoford's docks are a popular viewpoint for animals interested in a nighttime vista. Surely only a sea witch can be responsible for this. We have a full rumor now!
Innkeeper, say, do you have a drink for this undead fella?
A drink and a mop?
Just a drink. I won't be needing a mop.
If you say so, what would you like?
Something that'll loosen up this non-existent tongue. Something full of charm and appeal.
Coming right up. Alright, let's see here. Charm. We've got a spoken heart. 3 portions charisma. 1 portion strength. And 1 portion defense. Spoken heart. Easy. A real charmer, just for you.
Jolly! I feel like I can conquer worlds with my words alone.
Oh?
Not that I would ever do that. I care more about words than worlds. Archivist things, you know. I spent most of my life reading, sorting, and archiving. That didn't leave a lot of time for dreams of hubris.
Are you sure? Academic hubris is a powerful one.
Come on now, that type hardly counts.
Agreed. It's only natural. Oh, I think you've given me an idea, Bone Man.
I did?
Yes. If I can enhance the aging process of cells, the incubation procedure could... Alright, I gotta go. If my sister asks if you've seen me, no, you didn't. Thanks, bye!
Energetic young fella.
Indeed. Oh, more information on Hex. Hex is a very impulsive wizard who loves chaos and everything unreasonable. He is one of the 2 smartest people in all of Asteria, with the other being his sister, who seems to be his complete opposite. Thanks to him, I also learned a new word, theopractically. It means practically in theory.
If you don't mind, innkeeper, I'd like to linger here a bit and enjoy the moment.
Of course. Silently lingering.
Hey, Innkeep, how's it going?
All fine and dandy. How about you, Fable?
I'm still very busy helping the farmers rebuild their barns and fences. Also, apparently a bunch have lost their crops due to how hot the stars were. It's terrible. Seeing all this destruction is terrible.
I've never seen anything like this before either. Historically, the Lady of the Gilded Sea never struck me as someone to unleash baneful omens. Apologies, my manners. It's impolite to burst into a conversation like that. I'm Scully.
Fable.
Nice to meet you, Fable. Again, my apologies for the impulsivity.
That's all right. I was just surprised you could actually talk. Oh, no offense. I just thought, usually...
None taken. Usually skeletons don't speak.
Theopractically, they don't.
Yeah, practically?
Practically in theory. Exceptions confirm the rule.
You sound like a wizard.
Please don't say that. Yeah, he's got a top hat on.
Okay, let's pretend I didn't. Scully, how did you like his drinks?
Surely an experience. I can feel it gurgling in my bones.
Sometimes they do that. Could you also make me a drink, Innkeeper? I don't want my bones to jingle, but something that enhances my finesse would be nice. You know, you have to be very delicate with zucchini seeds or they'll give up immediately.
Of course, coming right up. Some animal under the hat? Well, he's got 2 different colored eyes. I wonder if that might have part of it. Alright, something with finesse. That would be a swift strike. Alright. 1, 2, 3. A part intelligence. Whoops, almost missed. And then a part defense. Whoa, wait. There we go. Moving too fast. Alright. Swift strike. I hope this tastes refined enough.
This is perfect. You know just what I need, Innkeeper.
Of course I do. After all, you're my favorite regular.
I am?
Yes.
And you're my favorite innkeeper.
Thank you, Fable. So, do you think your farm work will be done soon?
Oh, I hope so. Not that I don't like helping them out. I do, but I think the sooner everyone can get back to a normal life, the better.
You perhaps need a hand. I happen to have 2. And I might know a thing or 2 about crops and fences.
Sure. I could use some help carrying a few things over to Tregrin. My tree house is just around the corner.
Splendid. Sounds like quite a useful endeavor. I'll gladly indulge.
Thank you. Innkeep, before we go, I have something I wanted to give you.
What do you have for me, Fable?
Some dried honey flowers. The farmers didn't know how to thank me, so they gave me these flowers. And you're always so helpful and nice, so I wanted to share them with you. I'm sure you already have at least 4 ideas on how to use them.
Thank you very much, Fable. I'll make sure to put them to good use.
So you accept donations for ingredients?
Oh, are you gonna give me something too? Honeyflower. Honeyflowers used to be rare before our adventurers introduced it to local farms. Now commonplace, everyone can be inspired by their sweetness. Grants inspiration. Inspiration grants you the ability to extraordinarily motivate other people or persuade them to tell the truth. Certainly. I can only get my hands on so many infusions myself.
What about recipes themselves?
It's always good to get more inspiration.
Wonderful. In my prior life, I had access to a lot of books about magic and potion mixing. I think I still recall my assistant's favorite recipe.
Do you? Store it under your hat? First snow. Like the sun reflecting off of a frozen lake, the first snow makes you feel comfortable and safe, embracing you with its frosty taste. In between hot chocolate and frozen glaciers, you'll find yourself well equipped to hike into the snowy mountains. Ooh, so it's a defense potion as well. Interesting, and this one looks like it might need an infusion too.
Of course. Where else would I keep it?
Fair enough. Thank you for the recipe.
Innkeeper, thanks for being such a patient and pleasant host. I shall be on my way then, with Fable. But I'll be back, should I not crumble into a pile of bones from one day to the next.
Let's hope not.
I won't. I'm just joking around.
I hope. I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. Anyways, Innkeeper, thank you so much. You are still the highlight of my day, no matter how dark the night. See you around. Let's go, Scully. No time to lose.
Alright, let's see who else is coming in.
Kyle! That I was able to witness such rarity in my lifetime. Immaculate.
You would even get excited about a rusty nail.
Of course I would. Such a splendid chemical process.
Metals have a variety of chemical processes. Rust be my least favorite of them. Ruins lots of hard work.
Does it now?
Yep, makes everything porous.
Oh.
Kyle, Rhea, nice to see you both again.
Likewise, dear innkeeper. How has your day been?
Can't complain. I had some interesting customers today.
Ah, like that one distinguished gentleman who crossed us on our way in.
Distinguished, yeah. Gentlemen don't know. A giant top hat doesn't make you a gentleman. What makes you a gentleman? Manners.
He was quite polite, I recall. Greeted me with the tip of his hat.
You find everyone polite, even your slime.
But Mr. Slime is quite polite. What a peculiar wall clock you have there. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It looks just like the clock in Evelyn's living room. It reminds me of all the times I impatiently waited for her to come home after important meetings and banquets. Do you know if that is her clock by any chance?
I think that might be a story for another time. Yes, he's wearing a new yellow outfit with his special cape of invisibility now. And yes, I think he does keep the slime as a little pet. Let's not worry about it now, shall we?
Okay. Say, Innkeep, have you read that letter yet? That'd be a story I'd love to hear right now.
Not yet, no.
Tragic. I've always loved writing letters.
Innkeep, you got a drink for me? Something that'll make me tougher. So I can get through today's blabbing. Of course. Alright, something tougher. A defense drink. Let's go with... Let's try out first snow. Let's see what we need to make first snow. So we're gonna need... Let's see. Maybe this? Oh. Alright, so that gives us... we don't need that, I don't think. Well, maybe we could. Let's see. I'll add 2 portions of defense. 2. Then a portion of charisma. And then 2 portions. No? Okay, that would be incorrect then. Here you go, Andu. Alright. So I suppose not. We'll get rid of the infusion, not that. Let's see what other infusion we can use. Let's see here. Nope. It's probably not. Nope. Okay. Well, wait. No, I just need the infusion. Give me the chili pepper. Let's try the honey flower. Oh, that could work. All right. So it's got 1 charisma. I just need 1 more dexterity and then 3 portions defense. There we go. First snow. Cool.
Now that's what I'm talking about. A gift of the great dragons.
Well, thank you. I gave it my best.
Can't taste that. I feel sturdier already. I've had me doubts about ye and Cape, but I must say you know your job.
So, how has the day been for you two?
The usual.
Splendid. It was my first day in centuries out under the rays of the sun.
And how did you like it?
It's brighter than I thought. The light of the sun, I mean. Rhea and I took a day trip to the capital, since I rarely get to see it full of daily life. There were so many people.
Too many.
Just the right amount for a city. It was so vivid, it almost made me feel alive. And everyone was able to admire my beautiful cape.
Is that the cape? The cape of
Invisibility? It absolutely is.
How curious. Does that mean you two are going to Baruvia now?
Huh? Why would we want to go there?
That was the deal. I help you get your cape, so you can attend that fancy Baruvian vampire banquet and I get my gold's worth.
Oh, but I got that invitation about 500 years ago. Didn't I mention that?
No? What about the material then?
Well, I can give you the gold right now if you want. Can you accompany me a while longer, though?
Fine.
Oh, wonderful. Every second I spend with you brings me tremendous joy. What a great day to be a vampire. I've got my cape back and I can walk under the sun like mortals do. Say, innkeeper, what if you thought of a new drink? One that would taste just as incredible as the gentle and welcoming beams of sunlight feel on your skin.
That's kind of a vague description, but I think I might have something in mind already. Peaks Sunrise. The Peaks Sunrise is a sweet drink that feels like standing on a tall mountain's peak. While this drink focuses on intelligence, adventurers may feel infused with the confidence and agility it takes to climb their favorite mountain range, unsurprisingly popular with climbers and boulderers. Huh, okay.
Ah, wonderful. I wonder if my dear Evelyn would desire to walk in sunlight as well. Do you know how she's doing? Do you think I could pay her a visit?
You shouldn't.
I should. The air smells like reconciliation.
Do you think that's a good idea, Kyle?
It ain't.
It is.
Kyle, you've stolen her, your cape. Do you think she'll greet you with open arms? You know what I'd do if my ex-husband stole me hammer?
What?
Take it and smash all he holds dear. No one takes what's mine.
But the cape is mine.
Is she of the same opinion, you think?
Oh, maybe you're right. It would be a shame to lose my cape again. All she'd have to do is ask. Oh, my undead Evelyn. There has never been a wish of hers I turned down. And I wouldn't until this day.
I don't want to have whatever you have with her. I'd lose my mind.
Well,
yeah, I know.
Oh, how much I miss her. My heart is aching.
If that's all.
Maybe one day she'll reach out to me. I still miss her dearly. And I shall miss her evermore, looking toward the mountain's peak, knowing she's merely a gasp away.
maybe a drink could help for now.
Oh, would you do that? A drink for me?
More information about Kyle. The curse of being a vampire is outliving pretty much anyone you'll ever meet, so it's not surprising that Kyle seems to fight with abandonment issues. He has seen a few people die of old age after all. Nonetheless, he is still very attentive to others, perhaps to cherish the time he has left with them. Aw, poor Kyle! Of course.
Something strong, please, dear innkeeper, so that my heart may stop aching soon.
Something strong. Let's see here. That would be a Southern Brawler. All right. 1, 2, 3. A portion of charisma. And then a portion of defense. All right, Southern Brawler. I can't mend your broken heart, but perhaps this helps.
It does. Thank you, dear innkeeper.
Why don't you tell the innkeeper about more about your day, hmm?
Right. I suppose I wasn't done yet. Where was I?
Your trip to the capital. Busy streets, bustling with people.
Roots.
Roots?
Roots.
We admired the roots that enclose the city almost like a rampart. I finally had the chance to take a closer look. Quite fascinating.
For once, gotta agree. Almost made me believe the myths are true.
Myths?
Myths. I've told you, rumors has it. These are the roots of the Aether Tree. Breaking through the surface and taking hold of Gaia, where they guard the capital.
Roots of Aether. Where is it? The capital is wrapped in roots protected by the divine. According to a myth as ancient as time, these are the roots of the Aether Tree. I swear I had one like that. But maybe I did. I just don't know where it is now. Huh. Okay.
Ah, yes, a very good defense plan indeed.
What is wood going to do to protect a city? A city is protected with stone.
Oh. I was never very involved in fortification efforts.
I figured.
Oh.
Oh?
We've almost met the lovely Seraph again.
How are her investigations coming along?
Very well. She seems eager and determined. A detective spirit.
Believe the last made her way to Dalwell. She seems to be onto something.
I can't wait to hear the story when she returns.
Likewise. Say, Rhea, can we go to town and check out the antiques dealer?
Why?
I want to see if I can find any keepsakes from the old times.
Very well, then. But you won't munch on the shopkeep, will ya?
Of course not. I'm well satiated from the innkeeper's creation.
All right, then. Let's go.
Goodbye, innkeep.
Enjoy your shopping spree. Oh my goodness. Well met, adventurer. Do my eyes deceive me?
Minthy in the flesh.
Hello, darling innkeeper. It's good to see you again. It certainly has been a while. Must be hitting that 15-year mark, right? It'll be 25 years soon, actually. Ah, you know how I am when it comes to keeping track of time spans longer than a decade. I'm well aware. Good that you have me to drop in from time to time to remind you, I couldn't be more grateful. Especially when you bring Casket and Kane along. Do cute service beasts still get a discount here? Always. So what's brought you back to the area? It's not your usual haunt. No, I generally prefer something more... moist. Not the word I'd have used. But something akin to that. It's decidedly too arid around these parts for my tastes. And here I thought I would get to at least enjoy the recent downpour, but no. The stuff that came pouring down was... unique. That's one way to put it. Destructive is another, and possibly more accurate. But I'm glad to see that your tavern hasn't suffered the same fate as many of the streets and buildings I saw on my way here. Admittedly, the journey was already quite challenging to navigate with my wheelchair before. Though the scenery has always been worth the struggle. But now, I'm afraid it wasn't possible to take it in much enjoyment from the passing landscape. Not when I had to pay so much attention to not endangering myself and my sweet service beast. You've told me of your struggles with traveling before. I'm sorry to hear that recent events have made it worse.
Oh well, we're here now, aren't we? And I do have to say, using the primordial vortex as a way to skip your veranda's stairs is a marvelous accessibility touch. Quite the impressive work, my friend.
I'm glad to hear that my little spells are doing their job.
I hope the cities will put similar care into rebuilding the streets. Flatter cobblestones would do wonders for many people like me. But believe it or not, I didn't come all this way to talk about the development of inclusivity in urban infrastructure.
No, really?
Mm-hmm. Shocking, right? I'm here on the hunt, one could say.
What do you have your eyes on?
Protection pearls. I've heard a few hushed whispers in my library. Folks say the pearls appear in the Lonesome Lagoon this time of year.
Ah, those again. Good hunting, then.
Thank you. Though, while the pearls might be my main objective, I haven't decided to come to town with only a singular purpose. I need to ask you for something, innkeeper.
A good drink?
No, my manuscript, darling. I believe 25 years should have been enough time to proofread it, yes?
What? Of course! I finished devouring the manuscript almost as soon as you gave it to me. It just took me a while to recall doing so, you see? Since it's been so long since I definitely got done with that.
Lovely. I'm glad I have such a reliable old friend to proofread my work.
Would you like a drink while I try to engage my brain cells and remember where I put it?
If you're offering, I'd be pleased to accept. Perhaps something to refresh my mind after my journey.
I'll do my best. Yes, she is very beautiful. All right. Let's see. What kind of drink would she like? Does this one do? Yeah, it does. Let's try a peak sunrise. We'll go ahead with that. All right, let's see what kind of stuff we can get. All right, so we need 2 more portions intelligence. Whoops, spilling it everywhere. 1 more portion dexterity and 1 portion charisma. Peak sunrise. My newest drink. I thought very hard about making the perfect drink for you.
Ah, I've missed this. Good to see your mixing skills haven't diminished one bit. In fact, I think I might be coming up with an idea for a new story. Let me note this down really quick.
Take your time.
So, while I enjoy your mixology, no matter what you put in front of me, I'd enjoy it even more if you could recall the location of my very precious manuscript. You know, the one I lovingly worked away at for almost half a century whilst my library came to be?
Certainly. It should be just below this pile. No, wait. I must have put it over there, actually.
All right. Given this ongoing battle with your organizational habits, it might take you a bit longer to recover it. And I have some pearls to get to. So how about this? I'll return in around 7 days, and then I can tell you all about my pearl hunt in exchange for my manuscript. My proofread manuscript.
That would be helpful.
Good. It was nice seeing your weary face again, innkeeper.
Likewise, Minthy. Have a safe and pearlful journey.
I'll try.
Okay, 7 days should be enough to read a manuscript, right? New quest! Alright, so, it's just the one here. It's the Zoford quest. Here we go. A scandal in Zoford. The lively port city of Zoford is known not only for its docks, but also for its large community of mages. Lately, there seems to be something mysterious going on there. The familiars of several archmages have gone missing and are nowhere to be found. But it's a big city. There must be someone who knows something. Could their disappearance be related to the tale of the sea witch who cursed Zoford's docks? Alright. I believe that's the only one we have. Yep. Feeding on dew. Do. Okie dokie. Part 9. Crossing the Threshold, 5th of the Astral Moon.
Good morning, innkeeper. Could you please make me a drink? I need something to wake me up and help me feel agile again.
Of course, Fable. Just a moment. She must have been hard at work. Alright. Is this one? No. Okay. I just thought it was one. Yeah, no, it's just this one that has the 3 portions. Dexterity. Alright, 1, 2, 3. 1 portion intelligence. And another portion defense. There we go. A swift strike. What was that? Is that the normal sound it makes?
Thank you. I feel much better already.
Long night.
Very. It turns out there were a lot of farmers who needed help.
Regret offering it?
Not at all. I really enjoy being able to help people. Before I just used to wish I could help, but I never felt confident enough to try. It's fun to try, a bit exhausting at times, but I think I much prefer this over waiting around. I still could use a bit more practice, though.
That's fair. Just make sure you also practice taking breaks. You'll have a much easier time helping other people if you're not close to passing out yourself.
That's what I have your drinks for.
My drinks are not a gateway to burnout. I admire your kindness, Fable, but you too should fall under the umbrella of people you're being kind to.
I mean, I am pretty good at falling.
You're pretty good at a lot of things.
I try.
I know. Stay and have a rest now, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Oh, hello, who's this? Good day to you, innkeeper. Good day to you too, adventurer. Yes, an adventurer. That is what I am indeed. I come here seeking a drink. What a coincidence. I do happen to have some of those in stock. What can I get you? What kind of drinks do adventurers usually get? Whatever drink they desire. Then, well, I could do with something that tastes good. Of course. Perhaps something that could protect me from my foes? Defense is the base of every adventurer's skill set, is it not? Possibly. Let's try it out. Alright, let's see here. We'll give you a Frosted Lagoon. 3 portions defense. 1 portion strength. And 1 portion charisma. Frosted Lagoon for our new mysterious friend. Liquid protection against your foes. Now for half the price. Thank you so very kindly.
Do you like it?
Well, yes, of course.
Then you should say so.
I apologize. I forgot to do the thing where you say your words out loud.
I get that.
Now that you've acquired a drink, care to introduce yourself? How incredibly rude of me to forget. I am Gustav Archibald Richmond III, son of Lord Gustav Albert Richmond II and Lady Dorothea Bridget the 27th. An up-and-coming hero from Windmore, and who might you be? The up-and-coming innkeeper of Zenith. Happy to have you here.
And I'm Fable, of the Ashen Grove.
Your Fable?
Yes? Is that a bad thing?
The Fable that saved Tregrin from werewolves? The very same. Wow, what an incredible pleasure it is to meet you. I've heard so many things about you.
Oh, good things, I hope.
Of course. They said you single-handedly persuaded the werewolf to give up his wicked ways and reunited a family.
That's one way to put it for sure.
They do have a way with words. Incredible, a true hero indeed. They spoke of you helping with the aftershocks of the starfall as well.
I mean, that's a given. I need to help out when I can.
You truly have the heart of a folk hero. How admirable. What about you, Lord Gustav Archibald Richmond III? What are you the hero of? Well, I'm, currently leaving my backstory era. I'm in the first act, so to speak, on my journey of becoming a full-blown adventurer. I've had a bit of a late start, but I shall catch up with haste. Gustav. Let's see here. Human, 24, swashbuckler, from Windmore, neutral good, Arcana the Hermit. Archie is the noble son of an influential family from Windmore. He's quite out of touch with reality, growing up around books instead of everyday people. He wants to experience the adventurous life he always read about, especially after hearing tales of Fable, the folk hero. Let's see here. Yeah, Scandal and Zoford. And it appears we have a new area. Saya Plains. The eastern part of the Republic is full of impressive plains and prairies. It's connected to the western half by the Silver Pass, reaching across the southeast to the big harbor city of Zoford. The inner parts of the plains have only a few small villages and travelers' outposts, compared to the edge, which is full of petite towns and coastal cities. The plains have many fascinating fauna to speak of. Some animals are trained by locals, and some bigger ones are even used as mounts. Many people living in the prairie are mercenaries by trade. They offer armed escorts through the plains, assistance for inexperienced adventurers, and they have open partnerships with several adventuring guilds. Rumor has it some mercenaries are even bounty hunters. Yeah, okay. Zoford, situated majestically within the eastern end of Fisoa, Zoford thrives as an impressive harbor city. It boasts the biggest port in the entire Republic, putting even Dirian ports to shame. Behind this port lies Lake Zoford, a beautiful sanctuary connected to a wide open river that flows into the Promising Bay, as the locals like to call it. Zoford is a trade hub between the Republic of Fisoa and the nation Vielos in the far east, and is quite popular around wizards and other mages. Dimal, on the eastern side of the Saya Plains lies Dimal, a vibrant hub where commerce is combined with textile craftsmanship. When merchants come through the Silver Pass from the western part of the nation, across the Saya Plains, Dimal is usually the first stop before moving on towards Zoford. Dimal is well protected by local Sayan mercenaries, making sure even hectic days run smoothly. There's a special peacekeeping mercenary team called Abok's Group, in contact with the authorities in Zoford. The name comes from their founder, Abok, who helped clear the main roads for travelers for years to ensure safe travels. Gravelmock. The Gravelmock Mountains look like very sharp, pointy rocks jutting out of the ground like spears being thrust into the earth. The mountains mark the northern edge of the Saya Plains and block the way further north into the Forbidden Valley like a natural gate. The Gravelmock lies completely barren and desolate, lifeless and silent. No flora can be seen upon rocks, no fauna moving across its terrain. Despite all of this, some may find the Gravelmock tranquil, not terrifying, but instead rather calm and relaxing in its own eerie way. Silver Pass. The Silver Pass is the most important road in the entire Republic. It connects the western and eastern halves via a path traveling straight through the Dolvemer mountain range. The Silver Pass is the best and only reliable way to connect both sides of the continent, which is why the Republic spares no expense to ensure the pass is as secure as possible. Nearby, deeper into the Dolvemer Mountains, lie the Scarlet Caves, which are so dangerous that only mining experts like dwarves are permitted to enter. Alright. Also, Archie is just fine. You don't have to say the whole thing every time. Well, Archie, if it's haste you're looking for, I can help with that. Someone gifted me some golden feathers a few days ago. Prepared as an infusion for the right drink, they can hasten you up in no time. Really? That's spectacular! I always thought those things were myths or legends you only read about in books. Do you read a lot? Sometimes, not that much.
You should. You sound like someone who enjoys adventure, and books are so full of them.
They are. I'm just too cool for books.
Books are cool.
You think so?
Yes, I do. I mean, look at the Innkeeper's Journal. It's super cool.
The coolest. Oh. Well, actually, maybe I do read quite a bit. I'm sorry for being so weird about it.
Don't worry, we're all a little weird sometimes. What kind of books do you like?
Anything full of adventures and heroes and adventuring heroes. They're just like me. Obviously, my parents would much prefer if I read about other things, such as books on etiquette or the newspaper. I'm sure they would love it if I wrote a dissertation on the intricacies of the Diria negotiations, or even become a diplomat myself. But I think I would fare much better as a savior of this world, don't you think? The Diria negotiations? I'm unfamiliar. It's all terribly boring, really. They're renegotiating trade routes due to the collapse of a canal bridge that was hit by a horde of spinal rhinoceroses. It's not going all that well, because they can't agree on who should pay for the repairs, the mainland or Diria itself. Just thinking about it puts me to sleep. Diplomatic collapse. A crash of spinal rhinos collapsed a canal bridge connecting Diria to the mainland, spawning the worst thing of all, budget discussions. Ugh. Then perhaps we should get back to more exciting topics. How do you plan to start off your hero's journey? By doing something heroic, of course. What's something heroic I could do?
You could start by helping the local farmers. They're still rebuilding their homes and relocating their cattle as we speak.
Great idea. How much gold should I give them?
Gold? I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't mind gold, but I was thinking about lending them a hand. You know, physically? With your literal hands?
Ah, okay. So I would...
Go to the farmers and ask what they need help with.
Of course. That sounds... I shall figure it out. Thank you for the inspiration, Fable. It has been an honor meeting you. I hope we shall cross paths again. Till my next quest, Innkeeper. Till then.
That was...
Adorable?
weird. Not because of him, he heard about me being a hero? That doesn't sound right.
But you are a hero.
Not really. I didn't even do that much. Not enough to be inspiring anyone, anyway. There are much greater heroes than me out there.
He wasn't impressed by other heroes, he was impressed by you.
That's nice.
You don't sound very happy about it.
I am. It's really flattering, but I just don't think I did enough to deserve his praise. I'm just some elf.
It's not for you to decide who's impressed by you and who isn't. I'm personally going to keep bragging about knowing Fable, the great hero of the Ashen Grove and savior of Tregrin.
All right, I get it. Thank you, Innkeep. I'll try better to accept compliments.
Good. Oh.
Hello, Innkeeper. Hello, Fable. Hello, Melly, and hello, Malachite. It's good to see you both again. Likewise, right, Mel?
Can I offer you two a drink?
Actually, you can offer us a quest.
Are you talking about the one you just picked up by any chance?
Your incredible deduction skills strike again.
I'm only trying to match wits here. So you're interested in saving those poor familiars?
I am. Missing familiars, silent wizards, clues leading to a seemingly dead end. This sounds like a case for the world's greatest detective. And her sneaky assistant.
They do sound like a great team.
They're not a team.
But they are going on a quest together.
They are not.
Then why are you here?
She didn't want to come here alone. Said she can't reach the quest board. And I needed a drink anyway.
So you're sending Melly on a quest alone?
As is customary, that's how the Shadowbanes have always handled it.
What, did you adopt her? Melly isn't part of the Shadowbanes.
But she wishes to walk the path of thieves. So she must embrace their lifestyle.
I think she's trying to walk the path of a detective. And that just sounds dangerous and negligent.
I agree.
You're not coming with me?
No,
Why not?
I just explained that.
Badly.
But you have to come with me.
Why?
It's clearly a job for two people.
There's no job that can't be done alone.
What if I need someone to sneak into the crime scene to gather evidence?
Didn't you want to go on this quest to test your stealth training?
Yeah, that's really good. I like that a lot. I really like, especially Malachite's one. That's so cute. I like that face. I like that face a lot.
But what if I get nervous? What if I forget how to be stealthy? Or what if none of the familiars want to talk to me?
I don't know, Melina.
And what if I come back and you've been eaten by a T-Rex?
Who cares?
I do.
Her parents were eaten by a T-Rex, man. Come on. The T-Rex threat is much lower in Zoford.
If the monsters finally catch up to me, that's how it's meant to end.
I think you should run away from the monsters, not towards them.
That would depend on your choice of lifestyle.
Well, your lifestyle should include going to Zoford with me.
Listen, Melina, even if I wanted to come with you, I couldn't. I've got obligations. Things to do.
You're a thief. You don't have fixed working hours. And you don't have any other friends waiting around for you.
Maybe not, but I do have a sheepfish to take care of.
You have a sheepfish?
I do. His name is Rufus, and he doesn't do well alone. Plus, he needs to be fed. And to do his daily crossword puzzles. Otherwise, his wool will get strawy.
Oh, well, you're right. You can't just leave Rufus alone. He'll get lonely.
Yeah.
I could take care of Rufus.
What?
Well, I live nearby, and I'm very good with animals and pretty decent at crossword puzzles.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
What if Rufus doesn't like you?
He will, certainly after one of Fable's famous lullabies.
You sing?
Sometimes. Maybe you can sing a song about how Mal and Rufus got eaten by a T-Rex while the familiars booed me out of town. I think I'd prefer a song about you and Malachite saving those familiars instead. Right, Mal?
Fine. But just this once. See it as a final exam for your training.
Yay! That sounds fun!
Wonderful. So, do you two need any help on your quest?
Don't know. What do you think, Detective?
Well, it's great that you would ask, mighty assistant.
Please don't call me that.
Okay, mighty Mal then.
No.
How about John?
Sure.
So, John, thanks for asking. I have studied the quests given to us closely. and I have come to the conclusion that there is only one option. This is a classic case of finding the right clues sprinkled throughout the witnesses' testimonies and piecing them together correctly. The townsfolk, the wizards, the familiars. They all have different conflicting information, and we'll need to collect and untangle it all to see the whole picture. But to achieve that, we need to be charismatic enough to get the truth out of them. And for those who still refuse to talk to us, out of guilt or fear, we'll need to activate our stealth powers, find those hidden clues ourselves. Also, we should be quick so they can't destroy any evidence.
I can offer you some of your golden feathers. They do come with the sweet aftertaste of haste. That way you should be able to make it to Zoford much quicker.
Great idea!
I think you underestimate the severity of this situation.
What would you suggest instead, John?
I agree with the stealth part. We could use a hint of dexterity.
Excuse me. Ugh, hiccups.
To make sure we remain unseen for as long as possible. But I believe our focus should be on overpowering whoever is responsible for this. If they're making familiars disappear, they won't be interested in a discussion. Not a fair one, at least.
It changed his nameplate to John!
We should fight first, ask questions later.
I guess you got bored of the stealthy approach.
Different problems require different solutions.
If you're itching for a fight, may I recommend fresh phoenix chilies? Some fire resistance could be a big advantage against wizards or familiars. Whether a fireball or fire breath, you wouldn't want to walk in unprepared.
Does Ondu have fire breath?
Technically, yes, but he's usually too lazy to use it. It helps a bunch with roasting marshmallows, though.
I'd love to try Ondu's marshmallows.
I'll see if I can set something up when you return.
Thank you. I think some s'mores could also help convince those familiars to help us.
That's ridiculous. A dagger would be far more convincing.
I think both could work. Innkeeper, what do you think? They definitely need a little bit of dexterity for sneaking around, but what should they pair it with?
Haste for a quick arrival and charisma for smooth talking, or pure strength and some fire resistance.
Let me think about it. What do we think, Agua? Do we want them to get there quickly and be able to talk with everybody? Or do we want them to be able to fight and defend themselves? They're going to look into missing familiars, which are basically missing pets. Grab a drink of water real quick. Fire resistance? Okay. Let's see here. We need... First of all, I need to find one. I need to do the chili infusion. Here we go. Plus fire resistance. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Plus Southern Brawler, I think. Yeah? Yeah? Yes, okay. So it already comes with one portion defense. So we'll add 2 portions strength and 1 portion charisma. So a Southern Brawler. Oh, this is not the right drink. It has to be a recipe that fits. What do you mean? Oh, it has to have 2. Okay, right. Sorry, my bad. Here you go, Andu. There we go. All right. So I need one with 2 things of... let me see. Maybe Sailor's Courage? Let's try that. Alright, 1, 2. Okay, so we got 2. We already have our defense. A portion charisma. And then a portion dexterity? Yeah, Sailor's Courage. That looks right. Yeah, I think that's 1. Yeah, okay. There we go. Oh, that's okay. I think John is right. This might not end in a peaceful negotiation. Better safe than sorry.
You get it.
Whoops.
I don't want to be mean to them, though.
We'll only be mean to the kidnappers. Seems fair.
I guess it is. At least we'll be protected from all the wizard's fireballs.
As we always should be. Let's go. We've got a long journey ahead of us.
If we had taken haste. He's so weird sometimes. It's fun. I think he just wants to protect you. Don't tell him I said that. I won't. But do you really think so? I do. That would be so sweet. I should catch up with him then.
Good luck on your quest, Melly.
Thank you. Is it okay if I leave with you before he changes his mind about Rufus? Of course. Then you can sing him a lullaby too. I don't think I will. We'll see.
Have fun, Fable.
Thank you.
It's okay. He said they're only gonna beat up the bad guys. Ah, hello, Chrissy.
Innkeeper.
Chrissy, glad to see you're all right.
Likewise, good to see you and the tavern are unharmed. It's quite the disaster out there. And I'm just passing through. Don't have time to stay for long. Need to check on the cottage and the birds and Fable.
I'm sure everything is as it was. The canopies of the grove are sturdy, after all.
Which is why I chose to make my home in it. That and the landscape.
I hope your trip was nice at least.
Oh, it was. It felt good to recharge and refill the creative juices. We walked a lot, actually. Almost mapped out the whole island. We also hiked to the foot of the Borean Ridge, where the auroras touch the peaks.
I heard the view is quite remarkable.
It was. I'd never seen anything like it before. It was the first time I got to catch a glimpse of them. Also caught a glimpse of the infamous Banshee. Everyone told us to avoid the Lonely Lagoon because of her, but it's too beautiful to ignore. I doubt the Banshee means any harm. Everyone yearns for a friend after all, even scary creatures.
It gets lonely as a monster sometimes. Everyone is scared of you.
People shouldn't be. No one can choose who they're born as. We should accept them as they are.
I have a few patrons who'd really appreciate hearing that.
Then I'd be happy to meet them. Speaking of which, I got you something.
Oh?
Remember the nymphs from when we last spoke?
I do.
I met one at the art convention. She was selling little homemade trinkets. I remembered our conversation and got you this.
Ooh, what is it?
I thought you might appreciate it.
I do, thank you. It's certainly always... it'll always... Blah, I can't read. It'll certainly always have a special place in my heart, knowing it came from you.
Aw, you're such a sweet talker, but you can't trick me into giving you my name.
What would I want with names?
Nothing good, that's for sure. But for realsies, I have to leave now. I've been gone for too long. See you around, Innkeep.
See you around, Chrissy. Take care of yourself.
Always.
It's like a little crown or something? I can't tell exactly what it is. Whoa, hello. Baya, good to see you again. It's been a while.
Yes, a while, a while. 6,000 years.
More like 2 months.
Oh, I thought I had hibernated longer.
You hibernated at this time of year?
It was for the Bloomtide Festival. It happens near my swamp every year during the dreaming moon. Druids and bards join together in search of the moon pools for 2 whole weeks. They dance, they laugh, they scatter pretty little flowers everywhere. They hope if they can satiate the land, it will lead them to the reflection of the cosmos.
You mean the set of mythical lakes that's said to reflect all of the 7 moons at once?
Yes, ever since the Twilight Chasm portal opened up within them a mere 30 years ago, travelers have become increasingly obsessed with bathing in their beauty.
Such festivities sound exciting.
No! They are loud, with their songs and their arguing and getting lost in the endless maze of the marshes. And they walk around with torches of burning ember, and they swing too close to my precious vines. Why would you bring fire into a swamp?
It is a little rude.
Exactly. You know, I tried to join them one time. Their dainty flowers intrigued me, and I snuck up to them, dressed in my prettiest poison ivy, adorned with thorns of the undying trees. And you know what they did?
What?
They chased me away with their fiery brooms, chanting, "Demon, be gone!" from the top of their tiny lungs. So now I hibernate every dreaming moon. That way I don't have to listen to their jolly tunes.
Maybe, you should give them another chance. Very few Gaians are familiar with the creatures of the bogs. Only with the stories about their bone-crushing teeth.
What's wrong with bone-crushing teeth?
They think you might want to crush their bones with them.
Ah, but that would be so rude.
They don't think that way. But I think if they got to know you, they'd like you a lot. After all, you make the best flower crowns in all of Gaia, maybe even all of Asteria. Those sound perfect for a festival.
You might be right. Maybe I'll greet them with some flower crowns next year. I could even open up a seasonal flower crown store.
I'd definitely buy one.
But right now, I'm awake and thirsty. Do you have swamp water on the menu today?
I'm all out, sorry.
Too bad. Something else then. Oh, I know. Do you still have those drinks that make you feel like an itsy bitsy spider? I want to feel fast and dangly.
In fact, I still do. Give me one moment. Fast and dangly, huh? Let's see. I've got Swift Strike. All right. God, that voice is making me lightheaded, being all woo and breathy. Oh my goodness. Ugh. All right. 1 portion defense. Swift Strike. Excuse me, my nose is all stuffy. A spider's agility in a cup, just for you.
Ooh, delicious. I feel like I could scale any spider web and devour any fly. Thank you, innkeeper.
What woke you up from your slumber anyhow?
The night sky fell into my dirt hut. It burned my favorite weeping willow to bits. I am replanting it into many small, sniffling willows. They are feasting upon the ashes of the stars that tried to extinguish them. It's a powerful nutrient.
Sounds tasty.
After the trees and winds and pillbugs calmed down, I had planned to go back to sleep. All that calamity made me awfully tired. But when I tried to sleep, all I could focus on was this feeling spreading in my chest.
Heartburn?
Loneliness. I thought I should get out there and advertise my new spa. Because only crickets were visiting and they aren't very good at marketing. You know, maybe if people visit me instead of me visiting them, they won't chase me off.
Oh, well, you don't have to be scared. Baya seems nice.
So I went to where I knew people could use my services, the werewolf camp in the Ashen Grove. I didn't want to intrude on their personal space, of course. So I just hung the coupons up on pieces of thin red string in the nearby canopies, together with some jolly little bells so that the wind would announce their presence. Like little spells that draw you towards the nearest mud masks. I hope they'll visit me sometime.
I didn't know you opened a spa.
It's new. I want to share my flowers and mud pools with everybody so we can all look beautiful together.
That sounds wonderful, Baya.
I agree.
All right, let's see here. Baya. Bog creature, 555. She, they. Druid, moon swamp, chaotic neutral. The Lover's Arcana. Baya is an ancient swamp creature I've known for a long time. She's a very sweet soul, but other people tend to find her terrifying, even attacking her. They love spiders and opened a swamp spa a while ago. Sadly, she hasn't gotten a lot of visitors yet. It's okay, Baya. We'll get you visitors.
I agree. Can I leave some of my coupons here?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Please hand them out to all your customers.
I will happily share this fantastic offer with them. Oh, she uses emojis! She's so cute. I love you, Baya. Yes, she said they have mud masks and pools to bathe in. You could also just come here more often and hand them out yourself.
Ah, but there's no one else here. Except the jackdaw. Do you want a coupon, little creature? I will leave one in your nest.
No one's here because it's almost closing time, Baya. You have to come by earlier. During the day or earlier in the evening or during events.
But there will be people here.
Yes, I believe that's the point.
Too scary. I shall go now. Don't forget to hand out my coupons.
Will do. Yes, Baya is afraid of people. Oh, excuse me. Oh gosh, I was up a long time last night. Part 10, Twin Flames, 8th of the Astral Moon. Oh, goodness. Hey, innkeeper. Hello. It's been a while since I've seen you around. A whole week, to be exact. And you already miss me? A little. Cute. I got my hands on a job, all the way over in Diria. Seemed like something relatively easy, but well paid. Or like something too good to be true?
Not this time. Apparently, the farmer just wanted to be done quickly, so she offered a higher than average rate.
Sounds like easy money.
Yeah, I wish. You know, I think I could use a drink first. Something that'll bring back my usual speed and agility. I feel like this job drained me of all my energy.
Only if I get to hear the rest of the story.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Yes, I love rain in games, especially like you said, good rain. I love rain in general, but seeing it in video games is awesome. All right, Swift Strike. Whoop, 3 portions. Dexterity, portion intelligence, and a portion defense. All right, Swift Strike. Oh, my neck. Oof. Let's hope this suits your tastes.
Your drinks never disappoint.
Glad to hear.
I can definitely feel my senses coming back to me.
I made you a drink. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your latest job.
Fine. It's a deal's a deal. Told you the client's a farmer, right? She has a large flock of 2-headed sheep. Apparently that darn starfall damaged their barn and they somehow managed to break out of their enclosure. Didn't think they were that clever, honestly.
Must be the 2 brains.
Probably. Anyways, they got out, right before their shearing appointment, and of course the farmer needed to get them back in time. Especially considering the rumors surrounding Dyria at the moment. Seems to be a dangerous place nowadays. Apparently an unusual amount of cattle have been going missing these last few weeks. So local folks have been keeping a closer eye on their locks and fences.
Ooh, danger zone. Ooh, another matching one. Dyria seems to be very unsafe at the moment, at least if you're cattle. A few animals have not returned home in a while. All right.
Of course, the farmer wanted her sheep to be safe, so she hired someone to bring her animals back.
That's someone being you.
Obviously. I thought to myself, I'm a monster hunter, handling animals is basically my job.
I'd say a monster hunter is rather known for, well, hunting instead of handling.
That was exactly the issue. Do you know how stubborn 2-headed sheep are?
Let me guess, they're twice as stubborn as 1-headed sheep?
You got it. They're impossible to get moving, impossible to startle. One head might be eating, but the other one is always watching you.
But you did it right. I suspect you wouldn't be here if you hadn't finished the job.
You're absolutely correct. I was at my wit's end. Imagine having fought hundreds, if not thousands of beasts. And some sheep are the one enemy you can't win against.
That sounds like an incredibly humbling experience.
It was. Trust me. But luckily I got some help. Another adventurer saw me struggling and offered her assistance and knowledge. Or should I say, a retired adventurer.
Oh?
Yeah, she was very insistent on that label. Some kind of astral finfolk must have lost her arm a while ago.
Oh no.
Back to the sheep. She told me there's apparently one thing that gets their full attention.
You got
any guesses on what that magical tool might be?
I have no...
Clovers. Morning dew clovers, to be precise. They go absolutely feral for them. A few will make them follow every single one of your commands. But someone with your experience should know that, innkeeper. Do you two know each other?
Barely.
Ha! Keep your secrets then, oh so mysterious innkeeper. I wanted to buy her a drink after she helped me out back there. Didn't expect you two to be best friends, honestly. Best friends?
I think you got that one wrong, Jade.
I'd never befriend someone like him. I have taste.
Well, that was unnecessarily rude of you, Una. You didn't even consider my feelings.
Consider me sorry, innkeep.
Apology accepted.
Speaking of taste, what about your drinks?
I know you've always liked experimenting with potions and other suspicious liquids. Looks like you finally made it, huh?
Indeed. I think I got the hang of it.
Then what are you waiting for? Your old rival is waiting for a drink. Preferably one that'll restore my energy. Those sheep made my old bones all wobbly, and I don't like feeling so weak.
Got you.
Let's see what that old magic has to offer.
Don't worry, he might not look like it, but his drinks are actually really good.
I bet.
I'll just take that as a compliment, I suppose. Yes, ocean creatures! I was wondering when we were going to see fish people in this. Alright, what do we need here? Southern Brawler will probably do the trick. 3 portions strength. 1 portion charisma. And then 1 portion... Whoops, defense. There we go. Yeah. Southern Brawler.
Oh, wow!
Impressed?
Don't get cocky now.
You don't have to be shy. You can just admit I've improved. So, Una, Jade told me you're retired now? Had enough of the adventuring business?
Absolutely. I don't want to have anything to do with that anymore. I've completed enough quests for at least 2 lifetimes.
And yet you decided to help Jade.
Ever had to handle a 2-headed sheep?
Not yet.
Lucky you. Lucky indeed. I just couldn't watch her struggle with those stubborn beasts any longer. But this was a one-time exception.
Did the farmer pay accordingly after your morning dew Clover's magic trick?
Oh, absolutely. She was so happy she gratefully paid both of us.
That's good to hear.
She even tipped us with some gems she supposedly found in one of her fields. But I'm a Maida. I don't have any use for stones like those. And since I'm retired, I couldn't care less about material riches.
So we figured we'd give them to you instead. But I wouldn't tell that pretentious blonde dragon priestess if I were you. Feels like a blasphemous gift.
Citrine. Alright, cool. This rare gemstone can only be found in the well-hidden eastern parts of the Forbidden Valley. Citrine is said to be favored by the dragons due to its incredible divine properties. Provides condition blessed. Blessed with the divine magic of the dragons, adventurers will have a much better chance fighting the undead or any other unholy creatures. Or any creatures, really. And probably a page for Una. Finfolk. 68. She, her. Arcane Engineer. Interesting. From the Astral Sea, Neutral Good, and the Empress Arcana. Oh, divine gems. A little blasphemous indeed. I think I know just the right way to use them. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Now that we're done here, I can finally go back to crocheting for the rest of my life.
Oh, it is a crochet hook on her arm. On her prosthetic, it is a crochet hook. That's so cute. Oh my goodness.
Didn't get this hook put in for nothing. Of course, I also occasionally gotta rip some youngsters off while playing cards.
Oh, more information about Una. I've been rivals with Una long before this story even began. She was an adventurer back then, but is retired now. Even put a crochet hook onto the stump of her arm. But there are things about her that'll never change. I'm pretty sure she'll never stop stacking that deck, for example.
I haven't lost a game in at least 4 decades.
That's remarkable. Or impossible for someone who's only playing fair.
I think your lucky streak will end with me today. I've also never lost a game in at least a decade.
Are you challenging me to a duel?
Absolutely. And whoever loses has to pay for the next round of drinks.
That's the spirit. I like you, bounty hunter. But don't come crying to me after I annihilate you.
Ha!
You wish.
Jade, be on guard.
You're worried about me? Cute.
I just know for a fact that Una is a master at cheating. I doubt that's changed.
So you're saying you've lost against her?
More than once, yes.
Pathetic. Hey, are you talking about me? Listen, Innkeep, if your opponent is obviously cheating like she was, you can't beat them fair and square. You gotta beat them at cheating. Now watch how a real master does it.
Oh boy. Whoa, who's this guy? Hello.
Innkeeper, I have returned.
Welcome back, Miss Anwar, and welcome.
This brave adventurer's name is Claymore. He offered unexpected support during my quest.
I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much on behalf of,
The world.
Yes, of course, the world, Mr. Clay. Just, Clay is alright. Are you okay, Clay? Yes, I'm just a bit sad, but that's okay. Not every day can be sunshine and ferrets. Yeah, we don't have a lot of ferrets around here. Sorry.
He'll be okay. One's first quest can sometimes be a bit much.
It wasn't my first quest. I just don't like when there's fighting. Oh my god, he's like Dave the Barbarian! I haven't thought about that in a long time! Dave the Barbarian! Oh my goodness!
You were very good at it.
I know, but I'd like it more when we all get along in the end.
Evil can't be reasoned with.
Not everyone you disagree with is evil. Wise words. Can I offer you two a drink in exchange for hearing about what you encountered?
I suppose that's fair. Clay, what would make you feel better?
I don't know. How about one of those drinks with ingredients? You look strong. How about something extra for those muscles? That sounds nice. Let's go with that. 1 minute. Alright. Ooh, I might have to take a break here. I think my little one has woken up. We will take a short break and I will see what she wants, see if she needs to go for a potty break. So I will be right back in a minute. Alright, we are back. Okay, let's see. We were mixing a drink. Right, okay. Southern Brawler will do. Let's do 3 parts strength, 1 part charisma, and 1 part defense. Oop, come on. Here we go. Southern Brawler. Try this. I think it might make for a good ferret replacement. This tastes strong and magic-y, but it's not as soft as petting a ferret. Still, I love it. I'll have to remember this one for next time. What is it called? Don't worry, I'll remember it for you. Thank you. Now, Miss Anwar, what would you like?
I need some of that liquid vigilance. Even in here, it's important to stay on guard.
Wouldn't this be the right time to relax?
There is no such time.
Alright, then I shall aid you on your divine mission of not falling asleep standing. Alright, let's see. Defense. We'll go ahead and make a Frosted Lagoon. 3 parts defense. 1 part strength. Oop, there we go. And 1 part charisma. Frosted Lagoon. There we go. Some liquid vigilance diluted with some delicious secret ingredients. Enjoy.
I could do with something less diluted, but you're right, it's delicious.
Happy to hear that.
Now, I believe you have earned yourself a story.
Please, go ahead.
Clay, do you want to start?
No, I think you should go first. I missed your whole investigation.
I suppose that is correct. Well then, as you already know, Innkeeper, I plan to start investigating right here in Zenith. Specifically at the Fallen West Gate. It was a depressing sight to behold.
So I've been told.
I assume either Melina or the vampire caught you up on their observations.
Both, actually, but Melly went into a lot more detail. Mostly about those wildfire badgers.
Ah, yes. It was reckless of them to sneak after me like that. I'm glad I was there to save them.
Me too.
Unfortunately, the rubble did not hide anything of value to me. But fortunately, thanks to your rumors, I was not entirely without a lead. The wizard's prophecy led me to Dalwell. Or should I say the Abandoned Isle, or Fairweather. The name changes depending on who you ask.
I didn't know it had that many names. I always just called it Kelpie Island.
Why?
Because it's shaped like one. Probably the smartest approach.
Kelpie Island or Fairweather, its name means very little to me. Its local settlement of Fae was much more relevant. They built everything into the giant sequoia that holds their portal to Avalon.
Their portal is in the tree?
Yes, right in its center. They call it the Horizon Tree. It's beautiful. The Fae themselves were not as helpful as I'd have hoped. They didn't seem to understand the severity of the situation. Instead, they were much more interested in trying to sell me their rubbish. Kept going on and on about how I desperately needed one of their acorn amulets. When I inspected one, the magic was so chaotic I could barely concentrate on its aura. All it gave me was a headache, so I passed on the allegedly grand opportunity.
Seems like you missed out on a good deal. The protective magic of the ceiling is no joke. It could have guarded you from squirrel attacks for the rest of your life.
Dragons, you sound just like them.
I think an acorn amulet would be nice. You should make one. That'd be fun. Will you enchant it for me? Anytime.
Anyhow, when I rejected their offer, they told me I was worse than an astral humpback whale. When I inquired into the meaning of that phrase, they told me such a whale had destroyed one of their scouting camps just a couple days ago, and that apparently my rejection of their generous offer was a bigger slight. They didn't wish to elaborate further, but I had what I needed.
No acorns, I assume.
No, but a hint towards something that had caused unusual chaos very recently. Even if it had nothing to do with the starfall, this creature clearly posed a threat to the settlement.
So I'm not sure what you would have done next, actually. Go swimming for a whale?
Of course not. One would not find such a creature in the ocean.
Obviously, I knew that.
But it can be summoned with a celestial summoning ritual.
Which you know how to do?
Naturally. So in Nightfall, I made my way to nearby Carapace Beach and prepared to summon a whale.
I don't mean to question your methods, but if you were going to summon an astral creature for answers, couldn't you just have summoned Cassiopeia herself? She would know what's going on, I'm guessing.
Are you out of your mind? Summon a dragon? The Realm Keepers have sworn a divine oath of neutrality that prevents them from directly interfering with the simple world of us mortals. The full might of their powers could disrupt the delicate balance of their cosmic design.
Right. Sorry, slipped my mind.
You are forgiven. Unfortunately, my ritual was not as picture-perfect as I would have liked it to have been. I was not able to find any flimmering limpet shells, so I had to fall back to different ones, which meant the protective properties were a bit out of balance. I knew this meant that the whale was likely to break out of the protective bounds of my summoning circle. But sometimes risks are necessary.
You could have just waited for the tides to bring in new shells.
I did not have the time.
Or the idea.
I was prepared to defend myself. I did not need to waste time on alternative solutions. And except for the minor lack of protection, the ritual went off without a hitch. Normally, the burning of the shells would have scorched my hands, but luckily I happened to be fireproof at that very moment.
How convenient.
When the last shell burned to a crisp, a colossal astral humpback whale appeared out of the sky in a wave of concerning darkness. Stars used to accompany them.
I mean, there was one star.
There was. The whale was even bigger than I had anticipated, almost as tall as the horizon tree. And in its stomach rested a giant sun, the only star of the night sky whose light had not been extinguished, nestled right in its belly.
That sounds unhealthy.
And dangerous. The creature was out of its mind the moment it fully materialized. I expected some initial hostility, but it did not even hesitate to attack me.
Sounds like a very angry whale.
Or a very hurt one.
I admit it was a tough foe. Its bite was strong and coated in the fire of a swallowed star. It attempted to swallow me too, several times. Most of its attacks could not damage me, of course. Thanks to your drink, it had no chance against my defenses. But it was still a massive beast, and my attacks alone were not enough to bring it down.
And that's where Clay came in?
Exactly. My mace was in its maw, and we were locked in a contest of strength. When suddenly someone pushed it into the waves, granting me a moment to collect myself. Moments later, Clay was by my side. Together we were able to vanquish the beast.
I'm having trouble talking. Were you there for the whale too?
No, I was collecting seashells.
Seashells?
Yes, for my friends. At this time of year, Kelpie Island is full of all kinds of sparkling, floating animals from the astral sea. And they love munching on seashells.
Do you encounter those creatures a lot?
I try to. They're very nice. Usually, at least.
But, oh. Okay, another small break. She is awake again. I will be right back. Okay, we are back. Apologies, she didn't finish her business when we went down earlier. She's old. She doesn't always finish all of her business at once. But we'll play for a little while longer. She's still getting a little fussy. We'll play for a little bit longer and then probably stop around 3 a.m. Okay. Alright.
It looked terrified, you know, every time the moonlight hit her armor. It bared its teeth like it was trying to scare her off. After I pushed it out of her way, I thought I should try to calm it down. I tried communicating with it, told it to stop, but it seemed too scared to even hear me, or in too much pain.
In pain?
Every time it moved, it seemed to wince slightly, like when you carry logs all day and then someone asks you to help rearrange the kitchen. But I didn't have enough time to figure out what was wrong. It jumped right back at Tia, and Tia right back at it.
I did notice Clay trying to speak with it at first, and I considered stepping back for a moment, but I could not risk anyone else getting hurt. No doubt it would have ravaged the camp again, perhaps even the settlement.
So you didn't manage to calm it down?
No. I realized that I could only save one of them, so I pushed away my worries and helped Tia defeat it.
He's a remarkable fighter. His incredible tenacity and brute force helped me defeat it quite quickly.
Tia kept its attacks focused on her, and I dealt the final blow.
When his weapon struck its body for the final time, it and the star in its belly exploded into stardust that then slowly settled into the Carapace Sea.
It was like 1,000 tiny stars, all now floating in the deep blue.
Wow, that does sound beautiful. It doesn't sound like you found the information you were looking for, Tia.
I did not. I was hoping to examine its body, but all that was left were miniature stars seemingly stuck to the waves gently crashing into the sand.
She was really frustrated, so I suggested we could try talking to its ghost, like my granny likes to do. She said that astral whales don't have ghosts, which seemed wrong to me. They already have the perfect translucent body for it.
The ghost was a dead end, but he did give me an idea. Through my innate connection to Cassiopeia, I realized I could try to commune with its fading essence through the stars it had left behind. Of course, I do not speak whale, but Clay does.
You do?
I can talk to animals.
Fantastic.
It is. Though I'm not always sure they like talking to me. They tend to disappear sooner or later. Sometimes they come back, but often they don't. I think maybe I accidentally say things that upset them without realizing it, and they think I mean to hurt them. I hate when that happens.
You mean they just disappear like they were never there?
Yes, like they moved to a different, quieter beach.
Or like they returned to the astral sea?
I feel like they would tell me if they went back home.
Not necessarily. Many Astrian creatures can traverse the plains at will, but they don't always have control over when they return. On many occasions, the astral currents pull them back home before they're ready. And once you're swept up in them, each subsequent journey out becomes more and more difficult, or so I've been told. I would guess your friends either went home when they weren't there or got pulled back before they had a chance to say goodbye.
So you're saying the sea swallowed them?
Not quite. It just beckoned them home, through a celestial hug of sorts.
So that means I could just visit them in the astral sea?
That would be an incredible undertaking. Traveling between planes is quite hazardous.
It is, but echoes are from the primordial sea, and my family has lived here for quite a while, I think. They must have gotten here somehow.
They say it was much simpler to traverse between planes once, but for a long time it has been almost impossible without complicated and dangerous rituals. Until recently, the astral sea was the only possible way to pass through the barriers, and accessing it requires meticulous planning, not to mention the sea tends to come with more risks than rewards. Even your Astrian friends who can choose to leave their home plane on a whim get pulled back by the currents eventually. Imagine what would happen to you if you went in unprepared.
But the Fae on Kelpie Island aren't from Gaia either, and they told me they haven't lived here for very long.
Since the 5 interplanar portals opened up, interplanar travel has become a lot more accessible again. At least when it comes to the dream planes. But even the astral and primordial seas, not to mention are finally open to us again after all these years. It is a true miracle to witness in our lifetimes.
So the portals haven't always been there? I didn't know that. Who put them there?
Well, that is a very good question.
And one that would blow the scope of this conversation beyond its bounds, I would think. You still have to tell me what came of your conversation with the whale's essence.
You're right, we're getting off track. I prepared a second ritual, this time a much gentler one and with Clay's cooperation in mind.
Aren't you glad Clay was there to help you?
I suppose I am.
You really are?
You are surprisingly competent. Perhaps one might even say I could not have done this entirely without you. If one was to be extreme about it.
I think someone like you could do anything alone if you put your mind to it. But that doesn't mean you should have to. I'm always happier when doing difficult things if I have help from others.
Well said, Clay. Stellar teamwork, you two. Keep it up.
Will do.
When I was done with my preparations, I kneeled down in the celestial waves, Clay's warm hand in mine, and I prayed to the Lady of the Gilded Sea that she would allow us a glimpse of the slain creature's soul.
Did it work?
Of course it did.
It felt like bathing in a river of stars, but the stars had feelings and aches and even more feelings. Its thoughts were like a song of ice and fire. It sounded so scared and cold and sad.
Cold is not what I would have expected from a whale with a star in its belly.
Me neither. But that's when I realized what was wrong, why it had looked so sickly and gray. The whale had been cursed with a potent frostbite that had frozen its body from the inside out. A very painful condition that would drive anyone to madness.
If you're scared, angry, and hurt enough,
You'll do a lot of things you might later regret.
Together we dove deeper into its memories and discovered how it had been afflicted.
It fought some sort of evil creature on 2 legs that kept throwing things at it. A creature on 2 legs? So humanoid then?
We assume. It turns out whales don't care much about our appearances, so its memories were blurry at best.
During the fight, it swallowed some kind of stone that made its song turn black and white. It tasted horrible. But when you're a whale, you don't really worry about swallowing stones. You worry about the 2-legged monster throwing things at you. I would too. Just wanting to escape, it fled as quickly as it could, trying to find its way home. It felt really bad about destroying the camp. I get why. The worst part about being angry is seeing the wreckage you leave behind. Luckily, its anger subsided when it found its way back. It thought it was finally safe, but suddenly the freezing cold began. I don't mind the cold much. I'm from the Highlands and we get a lot of snow in the winter. But the kind of cold it felt was awful. Painful and inescapable, like it was freezing from the inside out.
The potent frostbite I mentioned, it seems a curse to cold and slowly spread throughout its entire body.
It tried to keep itself warm by feeding on solar crabs and cosmic squid, but that didn't help much. It just kept getting more scared and angrier and colder, until even its brain was freezing over. It couldn't think of anything other than the cold. So in its desperation, it ate the hottest thing it could find. A star.
A star, a giant one at that. It looked deceptively small contained in its belly. But apparently it was one of the biggest ones in the night sky had to offer, the East Star.
It ate Pharos? The guiding star of the endless seas?
It did, and it helped. It kept its frostbite at bay, even if it did not eradicate it. But as you can imagine, such a massive star disappearing did not have the most desirable effect on the astral sea's delicate balance of gravity.
I can imagine that. The whale was very confused about what had happened. It looked like all the stars suddenly started to fall and spin out of place. They crashed into each other, causing more and more destruction with each passing moment. I didn't understand all of what happened, but it felt bad.
To label it as bad would be quite the understatement. The falling stars ripped holes in Cassiopeia's wings. To think that just one hungry creature could break the entire balance of the universe.
It was hurt and scared.
It should have endured, instead of hurting others.
Animals don't know, man. Not everyone is as strong as you are.
Well, they should try to be. Now the whale's legacy is destruction. I doubt it wanted that.
Maybe not. It certainly left behind a small natural wonder. It seems that even the darkest moments leave behind some light. They do. I just wish it hadn't cost a life.
Sometimes that's what heroism is all about. Sacrifice.
Don't kid yourself. Heroism is about fun and making new friends. Hi, by the way.
Hi.
The whale caused the stars to fall from the sky. I wouldn't call that fun.
The friends part usually comes first.
I'm not particularly interested in making friends with creatures that cause so much damage.
My dear, you could learn a lot from giving people some grace rather than condemning them for all eternity. Sometimes granting strangers the space to grow can change everything.
The beast could have grown into a supernova.
Or into the new East Star.
I could not have taken such a risk.
You seem like you have control issues. Maybe try being more like your friend here. You know how to let loose, right, buddy?
I think I'm pretty fun at parties, if that's what you mean. But sometimes when I let loose, people get hurt, like that whale. So maybe Tia is right. Self-control is important.
My, you're all a bunch of mopey clowns.
And you are incredibly unconcerned about the impact of letting something that dangerous live.
If it had continued causing trouble, this weirdo over here would have just made another quest out of it. But I guess you're too young to understand the virtue of taking it easy. With age, you learn things that just happen as they happen. over and over again.
It sounds like you just want to avoid taking responsibility for your role in that cycle. I intend not to be part of it. I intend to actually change things.
So far you seem like a pretty standard cleric, maybe a bit too paladin for my tastes, but if you say so, are you a cop? I just hope you can live with the changes you cause, 'cause you're gonna have to.
I am ready to take responsibility. At least that's better than apathy.
Dragons, I did not miss religious zealotry. Anyway, old enemy, got another drink for me? I'm running dry.
Anytime, Una. Are you still running low on energy? How about another strong one?
You got it.
Another strong one for our fish friend. Alright, another southern brawler coming right up. 3 portions strength. Whoop. Let go too soon. There we go. 3 portions strength, 1 charisma, and 1 defense. There we go. Something strong for the most strong-headed lady I know.
Weird way to admit you've lost every argument against me. But this drink is splendid, I'll give you that. What are you gonna do now, kid, now that your big bad whale is defeated?
Find out who is behind this. Clearly the whale was merely the byproduct of some sort of agenda. I must find out what that is.
Justice never sleeps, does it?
It cannot afford to.
No one is going to thank you for working yourself to the bone. People usually prefer you sticking around instead. Which is something I'm not gonna do right now because I have a card game to win. Good luck with your agendas.
I apologize on her behalf.
It's fine.
Tia, do you want to go?
No. She was just being overly dramatic.
Oh, I see. Maybe we should listen to her advice, at least a little bit. My granny always says with age comes the priceless wisdom of mistakes. And that lady was right. You could use some rest.
I think she greatly underestimates the importance of this situation. Both of those things can be true at the same time. Clay, you do have a point that age can bring wisdom few of us can otherwise aspire to. Perhaps the knowledge we need to uncover this conspiracy lies not in the future, but in the past. After all, the past is full of terrible disasters that were prevented. Which means that this too could have been attempted before, if not very successfully. Knowledge of something so vile must be scarce and well guarded, maybe even abandoned. I have never come across anything like this anywhere in the Aperture's library.
Granted, the Aperture has only been standing for a little over 2 decades, no? Its library can't be that vast.
Many of the Order's books were relocated to the new stronghold. But I do believe that we don't currently harbor the knowledge I seek. For that, other avenues must be explored.
What are you considering? We could ask everyone we come across until we find someone who knows something.
Good idea, but that would take far too long. I think we should look for the Everbloom archives.
Is that a book?
An ancient one. Everbloom was one of the great 7 Maiden archives, the Gaian one, to be specific. Legend has it there used to be one on each plane, even Tuat, the plane of the dead. They were once filled with all the knowledge of the cosmos and grew in size every day thanks to their fearless archivists. But then they fell to an unknown foe and have been lost to time ever since. I believe one of them could hold the answers we seek. Innkeeper, do you perhaps know where to find this archive?
Nope. Not much of a librarian, unfortunately.
Disappointing.
Everbloom. The Maiden archives once held the infinite knowledge of the cosmos. The Gaian Everbloom could hide answers no one is quite ready for. Another pair. There we go. But you could keep an eye out for it, right? You could ask all the scholarly people that pass through here. Of course, I can do that.
Perhaps you can start by asking that bounty hunter once she's done gambling all her money away.
You could ask her yourself.
I would rather not.
I'll take that terrible task off your hands then.
Wonderful. You won't need more than a day to take care of all this, right?
I could do with a little more time.
Nonsense. We don't have more time. I need your full commitment on this, innkeeper.
This is very short notice.
As are disasters typically, hence the vigilance, I shall return to a fully prepared quest tomorrow morning.
Okay. You're not being real helpful. In the meantime, you should rest.
Don't be ridiculous. I have things to do, people to help, prayers to consult.
Una was right. A good night's sleep would do wonders for you. I could even offer you some coupons to a beautiful swamp spa.
I'm not interested. If I rest now, who will this world have faith in? I shall see you tomorrow.
Okay. It's always nice to see a workaholic in action.
Don't worry, I'll go with her and make her some bread. Warm bread always helps me when I'm feeling sad. I think she might need some.
That's very kind of you, Clay. Make sure you get some too.
I couldn't resist warm bread if I tried. Do you want some as well?
Yes, please.
I'll bring some by tomorrow. Do you have any allergies?
No, thank you, Clay.
Anytime. I hope you like bread rolls.
Who doesn't?
I'll take some of those coupons too.
Wonderful.
Talking through everything really helped. Thank you.
I'm happy to hear that. I hope you held on to those seashells. Catching up with some astral friends might make you feel a little better.
Actually, I was thinking I could use the shells to make some friendship bracelets for Tia, and I want to carve them into stars. I also managed to collect a bit of stardust so that I could always remember the whale. I didn't really know what to do with it at first, but on my way back I combined it with some sea glass. Initially I wanted it to be a gift for Tia, but I don't think she would like it that much. But it would look very good in your tavern, innkeeper.
Oh, yeah, that's so pretty! A little glass dangly for my window!
That's amazing! Excellent craftsmanship, I have to say.
It's so cute!
Are you sure I can keep it?
I am. I can see that you're appreciating it, and that's more than enough for me.
Thank you very much. It's stunning.
I think that sometimes you have to make something beautiful out of the things that hurt you. Otherwise, you're left with anger that has nowhere to go. Do you like being angry?
No, I don't like being angry.
Me neither.
But we all get angry sometimes. It's not the most fun, but it's important. Never getting angry doesn't solve anything either. It just makes you smaller and smaller until people no longer see you as someone they need to think about.
At least they're not scared of you.
Anger doesn't make you any more of a monster than silence makes you a saint. Be a whole person, Clay, and don't be scared of who that is.
I'll try, innkeeper. Thank you. I hope you find a way back to yourself too.
Let's see. Information about Clay. Giant Earth Echo, 31. He, him, Barbarian, Highlands, Neutral Good, Arcana, Strength. Clay is a sweet and gentle half-giant. He loves animals and can communicate with them, a skill no one should underestimate. He believes in the good in people and is exceptionally empathetic. On the other hand, he is also a very strong and remarkable fighter. Alright. Emma? Thank you, Clay. Me too.
Top of the evening to you.
Welcome to my tavern.
Oh, what do my magical eyes see? New faces, new acquaintances? With whom do I have the pleasure today?
No way, a speaking skeleton. Haven't seen one of those in a long while.
Hello there. How incredibly rude of me to leave out introductions. My name is Scully.
And he's so polite as well. You can call me Una, Mr. Scully. And that one over there is my friend Jade.
Fellow Maida, but with more skin left. Which isn't immensely difficult, I suppose. Glad to make your acquaintance, Una and her friend Jade.
Scully, shouldn't you be named after a gemstone? As far as I'm aware, Maida last names reference their bones, no?
Correct, but I cannot remember what my poor bones are made out of. Death has left quite a lot of gaps on this head of mine.
Let me have a look. Looks like alabaster to me. Hard to say without a thorough analysis, though.
Oh no! Do you want me to wait and see if it'll get working again? You can also always run it back and write it down with the recording later. I'll make sure this gets uploaded immediately after this. Okay. Well, I'll make sure that it's uploaded immediately, so if you didn't catch anything that you need to translate, it'll be up for you to do that if you missed out on anything.
Alabaster? That does sound familiar.
Like an old name, perhaps?
I'm not sure, but it's worth investigating. Thank you, Jade. Still, let us stick with Scully until we have more detailed information.
I think I should be going now. I still have work to do.
What a coincidence. I happen to want to say the exact same thing. But wouldn't it be rude of us just to leave that distinguished gentleman all by himself? I think one of us should definitely stay a little longer. Isn't it cool that both of you have bones made of shimmery gemstones?
It is true. I haven't seen another Maida since... well, since I woke up. So anywhere between 2 weeks and 2 centuries ago.
See, it's a match already. Would be a shame if the two of you were to become friends.
Huh?
Anyway, see ya!
That was quick.
Indeed.
I guess a woman her age knows what she wants.
Up. Good mythical morning. It's well past sunset, Hex. That might be true, but it's still morning somewhere, I know. You got it, but today I'm not here to talk with you about primordial magic. Today we're going to celebrate my sister.
Greetings, everyone.
Come on in.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Scully.
Jade.
You can call me Hex, and this is Grace, my little sister. Yes, I know, she's taller than me. You can keep it to yourselves. We're here to celebrate, not to roast, though some fire might be fun.
No fireballs inside, Hexagon.
If you insist, a fireless party it is then.
My bones are aching for a party. I haven't attended one in what feels like an eternity. What's the occasion?
My wonderfully talented sister successfully defended her wizard doctoral thesis just today. She can now call herself an actual, full-blown selenite witch.
It's not that special, honestly. I beg to differ. That's a majorly big deal. Congrats.
I must congratulate you as well. Quite an outstanding achievement indeed.
You're very sweet, thank you.
I have to agree with everyone. You should be proud of yourself. How about a drink on the house to celebrate your graduation?
Hex already told me that you're a real magical connoisseur. I would love to taste one of your creations, innkeeper. But I don't know what to pick. Could you recommend something to me?
Of course. How about a drink for your wits? Your brain must be tired after debating your professors all day.
That sounds lovely. My brain could use a little pick-me-up.
Coming right up. All right, let's see. I think... yeah, let's do peak sunrise. Okie dokie. Let's see. I can't remember how this one is. Maybe it's... is it the honey? Yeah, it is. Okay. So 1 portion dexterity. We've got... yeah, so 1 more portion dexterity. We've got the 1 portion charisma. And just 3 portions of intelligence. Peak Sunrise. There we go.
My, this is delightful.
See, told you. He definitely knows his craft. Say, innkeeper, do you have a PhD in mixology by any chance? Last time I checked, no, but I do have a lot of experience. It took me a while to get the hang of it.
I can tell. Your drinks are really tasty. I could easily go for another round of debating right now.
Is anyone else up for a drink?
Nah, not yet. I'm still energized from earlier.
Scully, Hex, what about you two? I'm good. I don't want to steal the show today.
I would love a refreshment for these old bones, actually. Perhaps something that'll bring back the charm of the old days.
At your service. Alright, let's see here. Let's do a sunny breeze. It's been a minute since we made a sunny breeze. Okay. So we need 2 more portions. Charisma. Charisma. Yeah. It's got the 1 portion dexterity. And then we need 2 portions intelligence. Well, 2 more portions intelligence because it's a negative. There we go. Sunny breeze. Here you go, a drink for the charming gentleman.
Oh, what a lovely taste. It warms my bones inside and out.
Should I be worried?
Maybe it's an undead thing? Well, theopractically, it would be possible for a magical drink to warm one's bones. You just need...
You and your wild dreams, Hexy. Maybe leave those experiments to someone with an actual laboratory for once.
All that talking about studying and degrees brings back so many old memories. I was also a scholar once. I spent my life as an archivist at the Gaian Everbloom Archives, to be precise. Before my, well, supposedly eternal slumber.
I've read a lot about the old archivists, but I've never had the chance to talk to one.
Well, obviously, they're all dead.
All of them?
Yes. The archivists were destroyed ages ago. They're mostly a myth now.
Oh, that's quite sad. A lot of knowledge must have gotten lost with them.
I guess so.
If you wouldn't mind, Scully, I'd love to hear more about them. Maybe we can revive some of that old knowledge.
It would be my pleasure, but sadly I cannot remember much of my research. All those years below ground and without sunlight don't seem to have been good for my memory. It's been a few centuries since I've been alive, so I'm not even sure where one would find the archives nowadays.
Oh. More information on Scully. Let's see. Before his death, he was an archivist in the Everbloom Archives. He cared for and archived all kinds of knowledge and history of this world. Maida have surnames matching the gemstone their bones are made of. He remembers the word alabaster. Considering the color of his skeleton, it would certainly be a match. And then Grace, half-elf, 42. She, her, wizard, from Zenith, neutral good alignment, and the Hierophant. Wait, how old is Hex? 48. Okay. I was confused there for a second.
Or their ruins, rather.
Do you remember the environment surrounding... Oh, did I hit the right one? I don't know if I did.
I think that might not be specific enough. Can you recall the environment surrounding them? Perhaps that stayed the same.
A little, I believe. It might have even woken up close by. My early memories as a skeleton are quite hazy. During my lifetime, the archives were located deep underground. Gaia's lively blessings were juxtaposed with a hostile and lifeless mountain range. They were surrounded by nothing but rocks and boulders, as sharp as talons and fangs. Even if you made it out of the mountains, you'd be greeted by either dry steeps or a poisonous lake. The liquid in that lake could singe the meat right off your bones. I knew someone that fell into the lake once. I remember it as if it were yesterday.
Well, that sounds like not the best place to build an important archive stronghold. Wouldn't necessarily agree. They say the books and scrolls of the Mayan archives contain all the mysteries of our world and the realms that surround us. Of course, you have to protect that knowledge. Would be a shame if someone... Anyways...
I think I know the place Scully's talking about.
Oh?
It sounds just like the Gravelmock. Sharp rocks next to a poisonous lake. There's no way a location like that exists twice, on this plane at least. Or else I would have heard of it.
Okay, deadly hideout. Let's see here. Ooh, that's a match! The fabled Everbloom archives are located deep within the Gravelmock, a lifeless, dangerous mountain range. Let me grab a sip of water real quick.
I wouldn't recommend going there. I bet it's exceptionally dusty after all these years.
But think about all those hidden treasures, knowledge left untouched for millennia.
That sounds a little too ambitious even for you.
Fine.
Your delicate wizard sensibilities wouldn't last a day in the Gravelmock anyway.
Oh, and you would?
Who can say?
More information about Jade. She's surprisingly good with animals and even has a little turtle accompanying her. Only two-headed sheep are giving her a hard time somehow. But through her travels, she's learned how to handle all sorts of people and how to win against them at cards fair and square, or not fair at all.
Anyway, I gotta go now. Shared enough secrets of the trade today already.
Thank you for your reluctant service.
What a lovely young lady. She would have made for a great archivist.
And a grumpy one.
I'm sure she just had a long day. As have I, honestly. I'm very tired.
I'm absolutely sure of that. But you should be proud of yourself nonetheless. You seem like the kind of person to downplay your achievements.
And getting your PhD really isn't something small or insignificant.
It's nothing really. I spent a lot of time researching. Defending my thesis was a mere formality.
Scully's and my point still stands, and I'm sure your brother would agree with us. Absolutely.
You're all very kind. I really appreciate it. How about we call it a day? It's already getting late.
A splendid idea, as I would expect from a witch like you.
Let's see. Grace is a Selenite witch who just successfully defended her wizard's PhD thesis. She's calm and gentle and seems to be a bit tired of her brother's chaotic experiments. Her older brother's experiments. Even though he is shorter than her and looks younger, Grace is actually the younger sibling.
Oh, wow, I read that already.
Seems fair. Hope you get to enjoy the rest of your evening, Innkeeper. I will, theopractically. All right, there we go. Gotta move this one out of the way. We've got our 3. Just the one still. Raiders of the Lost Archives. Oh. The Lost Maiden Everbloom archives are said to offer infinite knowledge to anyone with unanswered questions. Its ruins lie deep within the Gravelmock, a dangerous and lifeless mountain range that even seasoned adventurers try to avoid. If that wasn't enough, the mountains are also said to be haunted by nightmarish, bleak stalkers. Let's just hope they don't find abandoned archives cozy and inviting. Yay! Translator's back! Oh my goodness. Ooh, excuse me. Card 11, Trouble in Paradise, 9th of the Astral Moon. Clay is back. See, I got it. You didn't. I got it. I got it. Okay. All right. Well, my little one is still pretty fussy, and I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. So we're gonna go ahead and stop there for tonight, but we will be back on Tuesday. So no worries. I think what we're gonna do, hold on just a minute. All right. Initially on the schedule, we had Graveyard Keeper on Thursdays. I think we're just gonna go from here. We're gonna go straight Tavern Keeper until we finish the game. So it'll be Tavern Keeper, Tavern Talk every night until we finish the game, and then we'll have to see what other games we can find to play after we finish Tavern Talk. All right. But thank you everybody so much for joining me. Always happy to have you here, Agua. I'm always very happy to see you in the chat and to play along with you. But we will return on Tuesday. I hope everybody has a good rest of their weekend and a good start to the week. And I will see you all back on Tuesday. Everybody have a good evening.